Well, I suppose it's that time of year, folks. Merry Christmas. All right, here we go. An adventurer, I take it? Why, it's as if the saint himself sent you to me. Oh, but there I go again. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Angaranji, and it is my honor to serve as celebrant for the Starlight Celebration. That said, I'm afraid I must apologize. There has been a bit of a rub, you see, and as such, we're not ready to kick off the festivities as of yet. What's the rub? How shall I put it? Our troubles Hello, water bottle. Our troubles began when we encountered some unexpected delays in deciding on a theme for this year's event. Things spiraled from there, and as a result, we've been left with far too much to do and far too little time. As a result, we celebrants have been forced to recruit helpers of all stripes, from small children to strapping adventurers like yourself. Dagnabbit. Speaking of which, wouldn't you perchance be able and willing to lend us a hand, would you? You can count on me, sure thing. Oh, I thank you, my dear friend. I dare say your generosity truly embodies the Starlight season. Without further ado, allow me to explain the tasks we would have asked of you. What would you have me do? Oh, or to this little chill. Oh, hello. It would seem you found a most promising helper for me again. Excuse me. Another adventurer, and I suppose this one too, will also be wanting some kind of reward for their services. I say, sometimes I wonder if this whole Starlight business is worth the effort and the coin we pour into it year after year. Must you be such a killjoy, my young friend? Just look at the faces of the children around you. Why, each year they spend moons waiting in eager anticipation of this most joyous of seasons, and the most delightful present they will receive. Ah yes, the presents. Worthless trinkets foisted off on naive young fools in hopes of making them forget the mundanity of their everyday existences. If we truly wanted to bring joy to people, would it not be more prudent to invest in things that might actually improve the quality of their daily lives? Well, you know what? I can kind of relate to this mentality. Yeah, not pulling any punches there, are you? Well, okay, let's do a proper allow me to introduce Kamlito Halito, first son of a prominent family of the surveyors in Uda. He's journeyed here all the way from the Sultanate to help us prepare this year's festivities. Standing beside him is the Saint of Nimue himself, a man who no doubt needs no introduction. Let me state for the record that I did not come here merely to deck the streets with gaudy lights and trinkets. I initially proposed to Father that we do away with all this mummery and transform this festival into something that would contribute more directly to the mutual economic prosperity of our nations and the realm as a whole. But did he listen? No. He simply muttered something about how he didn't raise his son to be a stuffy spoilsport, and all but demanded that I accompany the Saint of Nimue here to learn something about holiday cheer, whatever that is supposed to mean. Well, a bit of a killjoy, aren't you? Come now, Kamlito, I understand that you are serious about your family business, but I dare say it wouldn't hurt for you to lighten up from time to time. Here, perhaps this will put a smile on your face. Oh, hello. Do you mean that truly? If I help you, I can get a present too? But of course, my dear child. Behold, the Twinkle Box. Oh, hello. Tucked beneath the many lids of this casket are hidden all manner of delightful wares. Why, they've been fashioned especially for this year's festivities by some of the realm's most celebrated crafters. For every task you complete, you will earn the opportunity to pop off one of its lids and help yourself to the contents within. And that's just the start of it. Needless to say, there will be even more glorious gifts in store for you when the preparations are complete and the festivities can kick off in earnest. You can think of this chest as something to tide you over in the meantime. and as our way of thanking you for lending us celebrants a helping hand in our time of need. What do you say, child? Wow! This is wonderful! Mother and Father say I have to help out around the house during Starlight, so I don't know if I can come back. But I have plenty of time to help now. Just say what you need and leave it to Issane to get things done. Oh, forgot the name for a second. Issane, is it? What a generous girl you are. Thank you ever so much. Needless to say, we prepared some very special presents for adventurers like you as well. So I hope you can collect and enjoy them all. Alright, Julio. Yes, isn't that all so special? Now, if we're done getting all giddy about traveling baubles and toys, I should be getting back to work. Oh, those starlight trees aren't going to decorate themselves after all. Yeah. Alright, see ya. Now then, if you're ready to get started, simply head west from the amphitheater and speak to my colleague stationed before the water wheel hut. She'll be happy to explain all you need to know to get started. Alrighty-o, I'm gonna beat him up. Anything else you want to say? Now then, if you're ready to get started, hello every minion in the world. If you're ready to get started, simply head west from the amphitheater and speak to my colleague stationed before the water wheel. She'll be happy to explain all you need to know before you get started. Alright, let's go, mini-me. Here we go. It's just over here. Invisible walls are great. Going this way. I probably could talk with everyone, couldn't I? See ya. Hello. Oh, it's a snowman. An adventurer. I was expecting Yanni Sane, but I suppose you'll suffice. I'd like you to get to work immediately taking down the decorations nearby. Hold your chocobos now. It's not as if we're calling the celebration off. It's simply that, well, you met Camlito Helito, right? Yes? He was in charge of this area, and let's just say his sense for what's appropriate for Starlight leaves something to be desired. I can handle things here by myself, so I'd ask you to head to the Conjurers Guild and take down any seasonally inappropriate decorations you might find. When you're through, you can bring the inappropriate ornamentation back here to me, and I'll see that it's properly stored away. Anything else? I can handle things here by myself, so I'd ask you to head over to the Conjurers Guild and stop talking to me. Sweet. Festive fiasco. Let's see. Indecorous decoration. Oh, it's Halloween. Oh, get it away from me. Oh, it's Easter. Frickin' bunnies everywhere, being indecent. What else? It's... We'll go with that. Oh, hi, Issane. Getting presents is fun too, but what I really enjoy is helping out and sharing the Starlight spirit. Well, aren't you just so disgustingly nice and jolly? I can handle things here by myself, so I'd ask you to head to the decoration. Here's your stuff. This ornament may be suitable for some occasion, but unfortunately, not the Starlight Celebration. Is that neat? Ah, yes, that should do it. Then, Issane here finished cleaning up her assigned area as well, in half the time, I might add. Did you see some of those so-called decorations? It's as if that man has never attended a single day's worth of Starlight festivities in his life. At any rate, I suppose I'll see to it that the ornaments you took down are replaced with something more festive. In the meantime, I'd appreciate it if you could report to in my stead. Of course! Leave it to me! Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Oh, wait, no, you're talking to... Gotcha. And backflip! Give me the music. Give me the music. Give it to me. Oh, hi. We're closed. Come back later. Well, that every day could be a festival. I can understand that. Hey, Issane. Getting presents is fun too, but what I really enjoy is stop talking to me. Hey, I'm Garanji. How you doing? I did the things. Thank you for all your help, friend. I promise we'll get our act together one of these years. In the meantime, we truly appreciate your saintly efforts in helping us see that every child has a smile on their face for Starlight. Allow me also to apologize on Camlito's behalf for the extra work he created for you. The boy has much to learn, yes, but I've no doubt that he will come to understand what the spirit of the season is all about in due time. Alright. In the meantime, allow me to express my gratitude for all you've done in true Starlight fashion with a present from the Twinkle Box. Go ahead, help yourself. And remember that there are more gifts awaiting for you if you're ever feeling inclined to lend us your aid again. I wish I could talk. Upon completing each of the tasks assigned to you by Garanji, you may open one of the lids of the Twinkle Box and help yourself to one of the presents inside. Oh boy! Oh boy, I can only pick one. Give me the red. There's nothing! Oh. Oh, don't tell me it's another useless little effect thing. What is this? What did you give me? Oh, it's 99 of them. Because a large 5 drew up here. Oh boy! I'm number 5! Oh, and lest I forget, I'm not the only one who truly appreciates your efforts. Far from it. We've been receiving messages from the realm over thanking you and your fellow adventurers for all you do for the people of Eorzea each and every day. My colleague Banefeld here in the amphitheater is holding on to them all, so if you're curious, simply say the word. He'd be happy to share the words of appreciation and good cheer. Missives of gratitude from across the realm have arrived in time for Starlight season. A new letter will be available to read each time preparations for the festivities are successfully completed, so be sure to take a break from your efforts from time to time to speak with Banefeld. Oh boy. What else you got for me? Garanji will not rest until she has seen to it all the Starlight Celebration is best. I'm heartened to see you've decided to stick around. Apparently, there's another set of decorations that aren't quite up to snuff. Would you mind helping Heyyy look into the matter and fix things up? I've asked her to wait just outside the amphitheater. Sure thing. I'll do that. Anything else you want to say? I'm heartened to see you've stuck around. See ya. So we're gonna go see Heyyy. Hey, Heyyy. Sits standing in the snow. Oh, hello there. When I was on my way back before, some of the new townspeople told me that there was something strange about the snowman over by the Shaded Bower. Camnito was in charge of those as well. I know that he's not new to all this, but how hard can it be to make a snowman? Anywho, let's go and see what's wrong, shall we? I'll race you there. It's kind of very disgustingly jolly. Well, we're all with it. It's Christmas. It's New Year's. Oh, dagnabbit. This year's kind of been just nothing but a bunch of, like, bad things. Can't we just be disgustingly nice for once? For at least one part of the year? One part of this pandemic-induced year? Everyone who is watching, you're great. Alright. Hey, Heyyy. There's something strange about these snowmen. Yes, but I can't quite put my finger on it. What do you suppose it is? Well, they're not made of... Well, I don't know. It's probably the lack of snow around them. They're also facing the wrong direction. It's kind of an enigma. The snowmen seem to be facing in all directions. Set them straight so that the Starlight's festivities might proceed in good order. If you want to take another look from a distance, just ask me. Sure, I'll talk to you. What else you need? There's something strange about these snowmen, but I can't... Oh no, go away. Oh boy. Look at them. See their faces. One of them is just slightly disgruntled. That one's kind of happy. And that one's kind of happy. Wow! It's as if all the snowmen are smiling and inviting us in. Who would have thought that turning them around a bit could make such a difference? I did. Of course. Oh, hello, you. Oh, it's you two. Whatever are you doing lolling around about here? I've already finished my latest task. Behold! Take notes and perhaps one day you'll be able to work as efficiently. Once again, Camlito Halito's decorations strike you as leaving something to be desired. I see why you work so... Maybe the word you're looking for is slapdash. Now I see why you work so fast. I'll go with that one. Yep. What the sheer nerve! Might I remind you that you people are lucky a personage as esteemed as myself has deigned to assist with such menial tasks. In a just world, I would be placed in charge of the entire event, and you would be assisting me. That is where my true talents lie, not in selling snowmen and putting lights on trees. You don't know the first thing about Starlight. That's why all your decorations were such a mess until the adventurer and I fixed them. What? What nonsense is this? Yup, you suck. It's true! She actually understands what Starlight is all about. She wants everyone who takes part in the festivities to feel the joy of the season, and it shows in the care she puts into every little task, including turning around snowmen. And limited to just that. Don't you care about making others happy? Or even being happy yourself? Why, I haven't seen you smile once the whole time you've been here. Oh, why, I never! I came here to do a job, and against my will. Perhaps putting up these ridiculous decorations is enough to amuse a child like you, but I am a man grown. So what if I'm a child? I actually care about Starlight, and my decorations will put smiles on more faces than yours ever will. Smiles this, happiness that. Be honest. Starlight is all about getting presents, yes? Then why don't I give you some coin? With money, you can buy whatever you want. I don't want your stupid money. What? I'm going back. Hello, you. Making a poor child cry. Consider me unimpressed, Camlito. And yet, I cannot help but feel that there is more to that child's situation than meets the eye. I shall inquire further. In the meantime, pray return to Grandiose and apprise her of your progress. I don't quite know the voice to give you. Something deep. I don't know, you look pretty manly. Perhaps I could stand to take my work a bit more seriously. This is very dramatic. Alright, well, with all the freaking minions in the world. Oh, hey, hello. Pain failed. Thank you for your invaluable aid, friend. The Starlight festivities never could have happened without you, and my colleagues and I are far from the only ones who appreciate your efforts. Letters have arrived from across the realm to thank you for your generosity. Just see for yourself. From the drowning wench. That's a limsa. What? Extra content? I mean... Doing your part to assist the Starlight festivities, are you? I'd all better tell you these fresh off the boat adventurers that show up here these days could learn a thing or two from you. About all about the glory these types are. Working the fields at Summerford, but working the fields at Summerford. But I want to save the world. Ha! Maybe you should learn to avoid becoming Gubu much first, I say. But you're different. Aye, you understand that putting a smile on even one lonely child's face is as heroic a deed in its own right as fending off a fleet of pirates. Very sorry to you, lass. May your sails always be full. Well, ain't that nice? It's been a while since I read that type of speech. Letter from House Borel. Oh, hello. Take it this is from Ishgard, huh? My friend, it is both an honor and a pleasure to see an Ishgardian tradition bring joy to children all over the realm thanks to the tireless efforts of you and your colleagues. On behalf of my entire nation, I offer you my gratitude. While nothing would make me happier than to join you this season, I regret to say that these remain difficult times here in the Holy See. There is much that requires my attention here, leaving me with, most unfortunately, little time for levity. Still, I must give thanks that I am able to celebrate the occasion with a restful night in the company of my loved ones here at House Borel. Be well, my friend. I look forward to the day when we might feast together in these halls once more. Oh, frickin' Amaric. I remember that. What a guy. Forgot his voice for a second there, but tried adjusting. Oh. That was a bit of a weird voice, was it? Yeah, he kind of ends a little weakly. It's like, oh, you friggin' elf glamour. I like it. Hello, Camlito. You thinking? Perhaps I could stand to enjoy myself a bit more. Yes, I think I'm also popping the mic. Welcome back, friend. Thanks to your tireless efforts on our behalf, I am pleased to report that we are closer than ever to getting the festivities in full swing. Don't forget to help yourself to another present from the Twinkle Box. I dare say you've more than earned it. Oh boy, it's yellow! Oh boy, it's a thing! I don't know what it is! Ah! It's so exciting, even if it came by to say, oh, hello. It's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another thank you letter has arrived from one of your admirers. Speak to Banefeld in me Kettle's amphitheater to see what it says. I can read. I want to read it. I want to read it. Who's it from? Hey, Banefeld. Thank you for your invaluable aid, friend. The Starlight festivities never could. I don't care. I wanted to see my letters. It's in the Carline canopy. Hello. I hope I don't get a Shadowbringers one, because that would be spoilers. Trying to remember where this one's from. Don't hurt me too bad. I'm trying to remember. Oh, Gridania. Oh, this is Gridania. Gotcha. You can tell because of the people who are talking. I hope this letter finds you well, Lucia. Tells me that the preparations for this year's Starlight festivities have been more trying than ever. I regret that I could not lend a hand myself, but watching over the young ones who would follow in your footsteps keeps me occupied as ever. As if that weren't enough, with the deep chill in the air these days, it is all I can do to keep Figaga's gift from freezing and cracking in the cold. It's not an easy or glamorous task, but it is one I would not entrust to any other. Now, for though the work may be strenuous, gazing out at the great wheel in the stillness of the falling snow, these moments of tranquility I would not trade for anything in the world. And I hope that you, too, are able to find some measure of quietude and respite amidst the revelry of the Starlight season. Nice and calming wishes. I can appreciate that. This is nice. People being nice is nice. I don't want to see anything. That was nice. Thank you. Oh, it's freaking all the minions of the world! Garanji remains hard at work preparing for the Starlight Celebration of a lifetime. Thanks in no small part to your tireless efforts, I dare say we're on track to begin the festivities sooner than I had anticipated. That said, I fear there's still much work to be done. If only I wasn't so utterly useless. Did you say something, Carmelito? Me? Oh, it was nothing. Nothing at all. At any rate, the next job I'd like to entrust to you is preparing the tree. Speak to my colleague in the Acorn Orchard over in New Gridania, and she'll be happy to brief you on the task at hand. Alright. Coolio. Let's go, Camlito. You Lalafells and your rhyming first and last names. Hey, Camlito. I can't see anything amiss with the decorations here. Whatever could be the matter? Are you here to help? Remarkable! Splendiferous, even! I've just been inspecting the trees that have been put up around town, and I couldn't help but notice that something was amiss. See here? Part of that trunk has been knocked away, as if by an animal or the like. Were any more damage to be done to the tree, it might fall over, and that would be most perilous for any small child who happened to be standing beneath it at the time. I had a mind to call for a skilled woodworker, but that perhaps might examine the tree and reinforce it for us. Might I ask you to head to the Carpenters Guild in my stead? This adventurer will be going, you say? I suppose that means you won't be needing me. Very well, then I shall inspect the other trees or the like. See ya. Starting to lose her voice. I don't mind to call for it. Well, lady, friggin'... I am an 80 carpenter. Come on. Oh, there. What brings you to the Carpenters Guild during the season of celebration, friend? Yeah, I need you to look at a tree. Some cute little woodland tree creatures have been chewing away at your starlight tree, you say? Well, that won't do at all. I dare say this calls for an investigation. Indeed, this tree looks like it could topple over at any moment. Let me see if I can't reinforce the trunk a bit. How do you do that? I mean, I know how to do that. I'm an 80 carp. I cannot thank you enough, my friend. Clearly you have summoned a carpenter of surpassing skill. I am most relieved to know that the children of Gridania need not fear any falling trees as they open their presents this starlight season. Ah, yes, I forgot to tell you. While you were visiting the guild on my behalf, Camlito Halita was kind enough to go about inspecting the other trees in the area. I'm pleased to report that he assures me that not a one shows any suspicious gnawing or tooth marks. I wouldn't trust that. He's a rather dour fellow, isn't he? And yet it would seem he takes his work quite seriously. I dare say I was rather impressed at how it closely examined each and every trunk with such a painstaking eye. Well, that's a improvement, I suppose, but I think I'll double check just in case. He mentioned that he was heading back to the amphitheater after finishing the job. Why, he didn't even stick around long enough to allow me to thank him for his efforts. Would you be so kind as to pass along a simple message of gratitude on my behalf? They keep flickering. It's bothering me. I need to fix something. I think I got it fixed. We'll go back to the Miketo's amphitheater. Going this way. Wow, you look freaking tough. Hey, Camlito. I can't help but feel that something is missing. And yet, what could it be? Camlito Halito is staring so intently at the snowman that it seems he might burn a hole through its body. There's a snowman? Couldn't tell. There's a lot of people here. Oh, there is.
I need some help, man.
I know. But mayhap a necklace of the finest gold with a sparkling gem inlaid would give it a glamorous appearance befitting the season.
Okay, I could use some help here, seriously.
No. I might appreciate that, but I am not a child of Gridania.
Can somebody lend me a hand here, please?
I must put myself in their shoes. Whatever sort of snowman would bring a smile to their faces. Still thinking about what he's saying, Zed? Pretty sure that's still lingering on your mind because your tone kind of shifted after that.
Can somebody get me out of here, please?
Of course not. I could not care less about the idle musings of children. I simply thought that perhaps my masterwork here could benefit from a finishing touches. That's all.
Okay, I triple dog dare you to rescue me.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Who am I fooling? It's true. I haven't stopped thinking about what that girl said for bells now.
Okay, this here's getting scary. I need some help, guys.
Here, I thought I would come here and put together a festival for the ages. And as it turns out, I can't even make a single child happy. Hells, only making myself miserable as well.
Okay, don't mean to be no bother, guys, but I need some help over here.
And yet, I must not give up hope. There's still time for me to do my job right. To earn the right to open that chest of presents and claim the glory that is rightfully mine.
Still use a hand over here.
So I got to thinking. Child was looking at the snowman with the most intense gaze, was she not? No doubt she saw something in it that has managed to escape me.
Oh, come on, man.
Forgive me. I suspect my work here might take longer than I expected. Pray report to Amgaranji ahead of me and tell her that I shall be along in due time. Okie dokie. Welcome back, friend. And another job well done, I am pleased to say. Well, what are you waiting for? Help yourself. You've more than earned it. Camlito's still putting the finishing touches on his snowman, you say? Dare I dream that he's come to understand the true spirit of Starlight at last? For indeed, this season isn't just about gaudy lights, toys, and trinkets. If every last child is not able to find something of joy here, we have not done our duty. And to make that possible, we must first find a reason to rejoice for ourselves. Our smiles light up the faces of the children, who in turn warm our hearts yet even further, allowing us to further spread happiness across the realm. It is that cycle of giving and receiving, that ever-expanding circle of peace and joy that embodies the true soul of the Starlight season. Oh, it's very optimistic. So take your present proudly, my friend. Let it fill your heart with pure satisfaction, that you might have happiness aplenty to share with your fellow adventurers, and indeed, Eorzeans the realm over. Oh boy, opening the thing. It's a thing. I don't know what it is. Go away. Thank you. It's 3. I wonder where the next one's gonna be. I bet it's gonna be... I don't know how to count. Another thank you letter has arrived from one of your admirers. Speak to Bainfeld in Miketo's amphitheater to see what it says. Who sent me a thing? Tell me. Thank you for your invaluable aid, friend. Want a letter? Sure thing. Oh, it's 2 more. Going from Quicksand. Trying to remember where Quicksand was. Oh boy. Trying to remember. Don't remember you, I don't think. Okay, well, let's see what it says. When I heard one of my regulars saying that Starlight might be canceled this year, I almost spit out my drink. But I later caught word that you were on the job, and I knew at that moment there was no cause for worrying. Aye, of all the adventurers I know, and believe me, I know plenty, none understand quite as well as you that there's no deed too small to be meaningful. Least of all that task of warming the hearts of children who find kindness and good cheer all too hard to come by in these trying times. So feel proud, Lucia Caritas. You've done right by the realm today. Safe travels, and don't be a stranger. Trying to remember. My character remembers, but I don't. That's fine. Shoot. Alright, let's hear Roger's Reach. I know Roger's Reach. I know that one at least. Couple things are doing alright there. What's it say? When I first heard that there may not be a Starlight this year, my heart broke for all the poor children out there. How relieved I was to then hear that you'd come to the rescue. After all, what's building a few snowmen and putting some stars on trees to the liberator of Alamigo? Speaking of which, there's been talk of celebrating the season here in Alamigo next year. And you'll never guess whose idea it was. Why, none other than Robot himself. It seems he's rather keen on the idea of donning that scarlet garb. I, too, was thinking I could touch up some traditional Alamigan dress and put together something suitable for that season, and prepare plenty for presents for the children here, of course. I have to show everyone here that I'm good for more than just fighting, right? You do that, Lise. Keep up the good fight. Kind of forgot your accent, though. Alright. I don't want to see anymore. We're progressing. We're proceeding. Here we go. We're going to Garanji. Hello. Garanji's determined to make miracles happen in the Starlight season. Starlight, wait for no one. Without further ado, I would entrust you with the next most vital task in preparing for the festivities. Simply speak to my colleagues stationed past Apkalu Falls on the way to the residential district to the north. Alrighty, just getting right to it. Here we go. Hey, Zane. What's up? I always wondered why the snowman never melted, and now I know. Being able to see behind the magic of Starlight is a miracle of itself, in and of itself. Yup, that's a thing. Okay. Back to offer your aid? Well, I suppose we could put you to use. Perhaps you've seen the snowman around the area. Well, the truth is, we employ a little bit of sorcery to make sure they don't go melting in the event of untimely warm weather. To that end, I'd ask you that stuffing one of these here fragments of what we call eternal ice inside each one of them. If you could see the ones near the manor district north of here, Yassine and I will take care of those by the Lancers Guild. Pray meet us there when you're done. Sure thing. Thank you much. Look at you, Yassine, being happy. You do your part. See ya. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to the guy who's traumatized by his job. I can relate. Hey, scintillating snowman. I'm going to throw eternal ice onto you. There you go. Now you will never melt again. And you as well. Never melt in the history of ever. Live. And you shall be gifted the gift of life as well. You will never die. Such is the greatest gift of all snowmen across the realm. Ursendo, how you holding up? I presume the brave adventurer of the Wood Whalers captain spoke of was you. I was in a state of astonishment at the time. Doesn't look like you care much about the festivities. See ya. Hey, Zane. Don't worry, Mr. Snowman. I'll see that you stay with us until the very end. Oh, ain't that freaking thing. And with that, I do believe our job is done. Hooray! I trust you've seen to your snowmen as well? Excellent. I'll survey the area one last time and make sure we haven't overlooked anything. So, pray go on ahead of me and report back to Garanji. Sure thing. See ya. Say, Mrs. Adventure, is there a special someone you'll be spending Starlight season with this year? Maybe? Oh, is that so? Then we'd best make the decorations extra pretty just for them, yes? I always used to come with Mother and Father, but they're busy this year. That's why I decided to make myself useful and help out with the preparations. I had in mind to make a giant snowman just for them, and that we could all come to see together. But I think they'll need to stay at home, so, well, guess it doesn't matter anymore. Oh, but I should go get back to work. See you around, Mrs. Adventure. As the saying races off, your mind drifts to Camlito Helito, where you believe you last saw at Mikito's amphitheater. How does he fare with his allotted task? I don't know, Mr. Narrator. We shall see. How you doing? Oh, you saying? Oh, there's a big snowman. Wow, just look at all of them. Hey, Camlito. Why, hello there, he's saying. I was just putting together another snowman of my own. What do you think? Have I redeemed myself? Oh, it's wonderful. I was just thinking how the snowman looked so lonely, and now he has a friend. Let's make one more. It's another, you say? Indeed. I suppose we've nothing better to do until the next delivery of ornament arrives. Oh, very well then. To work! Well, it appears I'll be occupied for a while here yet. You've completed your task, yes? If you would be so kind, I would ask that you report to Garanji for the both of us. Sure thing. Well, it appears I'll be occupied. Yep. The more the merrier. Let's make another. Alright, you're gonna have friggin' militant of snowmen backflipping. Hey, Garanji. Another task completed, and in spectacular fashion, I have no doubt. Just think of how many smiles you put on the children's faces today. Take your reward, friend. I dare say you've earned it. Oh boy, it's almost done. What is it? Is it a 2? Did I wish for Christmas all along? It's a 2! What? Oh, cutscene. If it would not be too much to ask, we're in need of more snowman decorations. I have made an executive decision to build one more. With pleasure. I shall see that the necessary supplies are procured straight away. That said, color me surprised, Camlito. Could it be that you've finally gotten into the spirit of the season after all? One could say that, I suppose. At first, I simply saw all this decorating as menial labor, trifling tasks far beneath one of my position. And yet, seeing the twinkle in young Isane's eyes every time I make a snowman or hang up a glittering star, I began to sense that I was part of something far larger than I had ever imagined. Before long, I realized the truth, that every one of my actions, no matter how humble, were indispensable in bringing good cheer to the hearts of the children in this realm. And perhaps, more importantly, that such acts were diminished if performed without similar sentiments in my own heart. Yet I fear that in realizing this, I have been consumed by the sheer responsibility of these tasks, to the point that I feel almost petrified with a desire to get everything just right. Wow, that's kind of ringing kind of close to my heart, considering that what I've been trying to do. Oh, worry not, my friend. There's still plenty of time to polish your creations to perfection before the festivities kick off in earnest. So long as you've got that starlight spirit in you, you're more than fine in my book. Yep. Keep on trudging along. I relate to your problems. At any rate, our job is almost done. But that's all the more reason we can't afford to slack off our compromise until we've seen to the last of the preparations. The children are counting on us, my friends. Running out of breath trying to read some of these people's dialogue boxes. Another thank you letter has arrived from one of your many admirers. Speak to Bainfeld in Miketo's amphitheater to see what it says. Real do. Let's see it. Backflipping. Hey, Bainfeld. Thank you for your invaluable aid. You want a letter? Sure. Give it to me. Magically transported to my hand. It's from Limsa. Wait, the drowning wench. Where was that? I thought this was Limsa. Well, I thought the drowning wench was Limsa. Could be wrong. Where was that? Was that the Rogues Guild? For those of us who have spent most of our lives at sea, the Starlight Celebration is mayhap not as close to our hearts as it is to others. And yet, each year at this time, when I hear the calls of the birds migrating from cooler climes, it gives me cause to reflect. As sailors, we look to the night sky for the guidance of the stars. It is they who show us where we are, and who illuminate the path before us. Were it not for these beacons of light, we would be lost at sea, and before long find ourselves drowning in the cold depths. This got me to wondering. Might it not be said that the smiles you have put on the faces of the children this season serve as a similar role, as they brighten the hearts of Eorzeans the realm over, and raise the spirits in these times of uncertainty? I, for one, believe so, and for all you have done to that end, you have my thanks. Thank you. It's nice to hear these things. Hope you're doing well on your side of the sea. I can't really do voices very well. Yup. Garanji, all the minions. Garanji's passion for decking the town with Starlight's decorations knows no bounds. Listen up, my favorite helper. It's time to bring some Starlight magic to the Great Loam Growery. Seek out my splendiferous colleague there, and she'll be more than happy to share with you all what you need to know. Okie dokie. Going to the Botanist Guild, huh? Sweet. Backflip. Dagnabbit. Hey, spirited youth. I'm falling. The wreaths are all so lovely. Whichever should I choose? Oh. I read the wrong. Oh, I want the one with the bell. It makes such a pretty sound. Oh, that's a terrible idea. Oh, you're saying the same thing. Okay. Ah, it's you again. Your assistance is most welcome, friend. I've been handing out wreaths for all the townsfolk to decorate their front doors, but it would seem our supply has fallen woefully behind the demand. The most generous individual at the Botanist Guild has agreed to donate some of their loveliest works for our cause. Might I trouble you to make the trip there and procure them for us? Okay, will do. Oh, it's up there. Wreaths, you say? But of course, we've more than enough for one and all this Starlight. Pray, take as many as you need with my blessing, and give the celebrants my best regards. Oh, shoot, thanks. Throw it over my shoulder, I'll just snag it from your pocket. Thanks. Hey, here's your wreaths. A most generous individual at the Botanist Guild has agreed to donate some of their loveliest works to our cause. Might I trouble you to make the trip and procure them for us? Here you go! Hang this circular band of evergreen branches adorned with berry bubbles and pine cones onto your door, and your guests will surely get into the spirit of the Starlight season. No! Give that over. Just look at all these lovely wreaths. The growers at the Botanist Guild are nothing if not generous. At any rate, this should more than suffice. Thank you, friend. Look! That adventurer's helping to get them ready for Starlight! Elaine told me that she is too. She says that every time she finishes a task, she gets a special present. She gets a special present every time she does it. I should have helped out too. Elaine, you say? The poor child. I can't even imagine working so hard. With all the hardships she now faces at home. Oh boy. Hardships, you say? What is it that troubles the girl, pray tell? I fear I'm not privy to all the details, but word has it her parents have not left the house in ages. Seems always running up and about town all on her own. She puts on a strong face, but I can't help but worry that she's suffering more than she lets on. It wasn't always like this, mind you. I remember often seeing the three of them together. Her father cut a tall, dashing figure and always adorned his head with a stylish hat. Her mother had the gentlest of smiles and was always clad in a garb of matching patterns that she fashioned herself. Seeing such a loving family walk the streets together was always such a heartwarming sight. Sadly, for whatever reason, it is a sight we see no longer. That is most troubling indeed. Pray forgive me. I hadn't the slightest idea that anything was amiss when the girl came to offer her aid. Must have a chat with her. But a host of lovely wreaths had just arrived, thanks from our friends at the Botanist Guild. Pray, help yourself to whichever strikes your fancy. Yay! Well, the spirit of the youth having joyous thoughts. Emotions. You got glasses and everything. Forgive me. Your work here is done. Pray, return to Garanji and collect your reward. You've most certainly earned it. Anything else to say? I had no idea that poor Zane was enduring such troubles at home. Simply must have a talk with her to see if she's truly alright. Probably not. But, we shall see! Hey, Garanji. Well, if it isn't my favorite helper, I thank you most sincerely for that another job well done. Well, what are you waiting for? Help yourself to another present from the Twinkle Box. We get the last one. What is it? I want a 1! Give me another 1! Give it to me! I'm number 1! Woo! Hello. Have the additional snowman decorations arrived yet, by chance? I'm most eager to get started on my latest masterwork. That's the spirit, and indeed they were delivered not moments ago. Splendid! In that case, Issane and I shall get to work at once. Hello! They're all... Oh, after what I just heard. Oh... Ho ho ho! That's the kind of good cheer I like to see. Yes, 'twould appear that the Starlight Celebration is in good hands again this year. Ah, yes. Your colleague had mentioned some troubling news about young Issane, so I took it upon myself to do some research into the matter. Whatever is the matter? Is the child okay? The girl is fine, but I fear her dear father is less so. Stricken with a grievous malady, he lies bedridden, with Issane's poor mother tending to him every waking moment of the day. That is most distressing indeed. The poor girl. She never has said as much, but doubtless she works as hard as she does in order to procure the medicine her dear father so desperately needs. Sadly, matters are not so simple. The illness her father suffers from, sadly, is a common one these days. And it is said, demand for medicine greatly outstrips the supply. No matter how diligently the girl works to earn the coin she needs, there's simply not enough of the remedy to go around. Indeed. Though opening the Twinkle Box may light up her eyes, I can only imagine that what she truly wants for Starlight is to soothe her dear father's pain. If only there were some way we could help her to do just that. Well, while there may be naught we can do to heal what ails the man, perhaps we might be able to offer Issane and her family a bit of Starlight cheer in this trying time. The girl has been a most dutiful and generous little helper for us this season, has she not? If we were to find some way to dedicate this year's Starlight Celebration to her and her loved ones, and in doing so, make it the most spectacular success it's ever been, mayhap that might lift their spirits. My throat. Dedicate the celebration to her? An admirable idea, I agree, but however might we do that? The snowman. 2 words. Stupendous snowman. If Issane's father is unable to rise from bed... Stupendous snowman. Do it! The child spoke of her wish to make a snowman of incredible size, you say. No wonder she took such an interest in my masterpieces. As for the medicine, let me contact my associates and see if that might be done. In the meantime, might I trouble you to see to the decoration of our final and most spectacular snowman? I am confident that you understand that would bring joy to Issane's heart more than anyone. Oh, but it would seem you've already collected all the Twinkle Box has to offer. Pray forgive my presumption. I suppose you'll be leaving us to return to far more important matters. Not really. Just not about the rewards, you say? Surely, you are the very embodiment of the Starlight Spirit. A veritable incarnation of Nimia herself. What say you? I say yes. Alright, you go to your things. Another missive of thanks has arrived from one of your numerous admirers. Speak to Banefeld. Banefeld. Hey, I'm Garanji. I'm gonna backflip! Hey, Banefeld. Thank you for your invaluable aid and wicked flips. Thanks, man. Here's a letter. From Lotus Stand. That's the carpenter guy, isn't it? Yeah. Trying to remember. How fare you in the preparations for the festivities, my good friend? Firstly, on behalf of all Gridanians, let me express my most heartfelt gratitude for your most selfless acts of this special season. I have given much thought to the matter of what my fellow seedseers and I might do to bring even more joy to the children, and I do believe I have come upon just the idea. You are familiar with the tradition by which children write letters to the spinner containing their most heartfelt wishes to place under their starlight tree, yes? No. I have determined that we will attempt to grant as many of them as is within our power. Then have recruited a number of like-minded souls to aid in the cause. In doing so, I hope that we will inspire that many more smiling faces here in Gridania this starlight season, and that the elementals will smile upon our efforts as well. Ah, Kane-sana. Was not expecting that. Thanks, Banefeld. Backflip! Oh, come on. Hey, Garanji, how'd you like my flips? Garanji is putting the finishing touches on what promises to be Starlight Celebration for the ages! Snowman Bell. For some reason, ringing the... Oh, I'll read it later. At long last, our preparations have almost come to an end. All that remains is to put the finishing touches on the mother of all snowmen and give our dear little Isane a starlight present she'll remember for a lifetime. And with that, shall we be on our way? I'm ready if you are. Sure thing. We'll go. Let's go. Where are we going? We're going to a cutscene. Oh, that's so freaking insane. Now, let's get to work, shall we? I prepared an assortment of decorative materials for the occasion, so feel free to let your imagination run wild. That said, we mustn't forget who our audience is. What sort of snowman do you suppose would most warm little Isane's heart? Ah, yes, you were saying how concerned she was that the smaller snowman might be lonely, yes? And how happy she was when she got a friend? Yes, that is true. Perhaps there's a hint to be had here. There. What sort of decoration would make Isane happiest of all? Give it some thought, and I've no doubt you'll be struck with inspiration. Sure thing. I'll start beating people up until I figure out an answer. Reflect on all you've learned and decorate the snowman as best you can do to delight your fellow helper. As the townspeople tell it, Isane's father is the tall, dashing type and rarely seen without his favorite hat. Her mother, on the other hand, was known to prefer wearing matching patterns. I see. I will put, strip a red scarf around his neck, green scarf around his neck, a black silk hat on his head, a red knit hat. Black silk hat. Let's put a hat on you. Oh. Oh. What about you? Black and green scarf around its neck. Red knit. Okay. So you have a green scarf then. All this freaking music is making me feel things. Red knit hat on your head. Oh. Oh. Red scarf. Oh. Now fully decorated, the three snowmen appeared as if they were a family. Just looking at them warms your heart, and you can only hope Isane feels the same. Return to Garanji and let her know your task is done. That warms my heart, alright. Oh. No, the music. You've truly outdone yourself, my friend. This is nothing short of a masterpiece. I've no doubt Nisane will be overjoyed at the sight of your little snowman family. Oh my gosh, I'm number 0. That's what it means to go further beyond 1. No, get the other music. I like the seasonal festive music. This one feels like a freaking trip to the beach. Marvelous! Simply marvelous! While I am partial to my own creations, I can do nothing but tip my cap to your superior aesthetic sensibilities.
Ho ho ho! I've seen many a snowman in my day, but never one that warms the cockles of my heart quite so much as your merry little snowman family. Truly, you are a snowman artisan of the highest order.
No, I appreciate it. Look! Oh, that hurt my ears. Look! The snowman has his mommy and daddy! Why, it's just like a family! Our family! Oh, how happy she must be! Did you make this, Kamito? I only helped here and there. Lucia deserves all the credit. How do you like it, Nisane? I dare say the little snowman isn't lonely anymore. Oh yes! Now that I know she's not alone, I can leave her to enjoy Starlight with her family while I return home to my own. I'm sorry for making you do all this for me when you were already so busy yourself. Can you forgive me? I am the one who should be asking for forgiveness, my child. My child. After all, it is you who taught this stuffy, overtly serious fool what the true meaning of Starlight was all about. Ain't this freaking wholesome? I may not be able to stay for the celebration, but this has already been the best Starlight ever. Thank you so much for letting me help. I'll treasure the presents from the Twinkle Box forever.
Kamito, if you would.
But of course. Those presents were simply to show our appreciation for your help. Of course, we have another present. This one's just for you. It's nothing. No, it's not. Or perhaps I should say, for your dear father. Could it be? As it so happens, the Saint of Nimia here happened to be a patron of the apothecary that produces this medicine. When he shared your story with the proprietor, they simply insisted that we deliver this to you straight away. What's more, they have at long last discovered a means by which they can produce the remedy in vast quantities. Rest assured that all those who are suffering as your father is will have succor soon enough.
Speaking of your father, my dear child, I took the liberty of delivering the first dose to him in person. From the looks of it, it would seem you may well be able to enjoy the celebration after all. And I dare say that your dear father may even be feeling well enough to join you.
Truly? A medicine that not even all the money in the realm can buy. Truly is a Starlight miracle. Yes, this season has taught me much. Coin is but a means to an end, not a goal in and of itself. If it is not used to bring a smile to those who need it most, it is little more value than a lump of coal.
I dare say you've come far in this short time, Kamito. Your father will be most proud to hear of this, I'm sure. Yes, you will prove a worthy successor to him, I am sure.
About that, Lord good Saint, sir. I've decided not to take over Father's business after all.
Huh. Why ain't that a thing?
It surprised me as well. For the course of preparing for Starlight, I could feel my heart changing. Now I am as certain of it as anything. When I return to Oda, I mean to devote my efforts to doing all in my power to alleviate the plight of those who were not blessed with my privileges.
I misjudged you, my boy. You have matured far, far beyond even my wildest expectations. So much so, in fact, that I dare say your father will have a stern word or two for me.
At any rate, I am not returning anywhere until I've celebrated Starlight to the fullest with the children of Gridania. Ysane here first among them. Ysane here first among them, of course. That's the spirit, and with that, I can finally present you and Lucia with the greatest gift of all. The one I've been waiting to give you from the start. Let me hazard a guess. The smiles of the little ones, yes? Clearly, the Starlight spirit has taken hold in your heart now. And with that, the moment that we've been waiting for is finally at hand. Without further ado, let the festivities begin. Alrighty. Getting to the good parts. Let's go! I wish it was playing the other freaking music. Because that one was a little too normal. Another missive of thanks has arrived from one of your numerous admirers. Thank you. Will Father be back on his feet soon? Oh, how I would love to show him and Mother all the delightful decorations I made. Oh, excuse me. Heyyy. It is all well and good that the Starlight Celebration is finally in full swing, but a celebrant's job is never over. No, we must remain vigilant to see that not a single frown encroaches on a child's face before the season is done. I appreciate your change of heart. Not harp. Yeah, I'm Garanji. Thanks to you, my friend, this year's festivities once more saw smiles and miracles fill the realm. I am particularly glad that you were able to make young Ysane's Starlight wish come true. The poor girl deserves some happiness in her life after all those hardships. Oh. Well, ain't that is something. Quite an arc. We have Camlito Helito, a man of wealth and power, with a change of heart. It's becoming a story of Scrooge. Scrooge, once hoarding all this money, thinking money was the end-all be-all. Changed to be happier, be more generous with his wealth, helping those who are not as privileged as he. Truly, a classic Christmas story. And thus concludes the Starlight Celebration event. It was a nice, quaint little thing, and I think it was a really great reminder and refresher that sometimes it's best to look at the little things in life, because sometimes that's all it takes to help us make it through the day. It was also a good reminder to stay close to our loved ones while we can, because fortunately for Ysane, she was able to get a medicine for her father. Unfortunately for the rest of us, that's not quite an option, considering the current climate going on. And another important lesson that I think we should all start taking to heart is to keep a smile on our faces, because emotions are contagious, and I feel like the best emotion to share around is the emotion of happiness. Happiness, contentment, positivity. As cheesy and corny as it sounds, I believe that to be something that we should all definitely be striving for even more. Because I've been on the internet long enough to know what happens when the community is fueled by hatred and negativity. I've seen what that leads to, and it doesn't lead to anywhere nice. So I'm not saying this for the sake of festivities. I'm saying this because I think it's an important lesson. So after a year full of negativity, seclusion, and anger, let's try to end it with a smile on our face. Let's be disgustingly jolly. So with all that said, thank you all very much for watching and/or listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful life. And I hope you all had a Merry Christmas as well. And I wish you a Happy New Year. Take care, folks.